it's Ashley, Scrapping Nerd, and I'm back today with a layout for Scraplift Crafternoon, and it's where a bunch of my crafty peeps and I get together and we scraplift an amazing layout from an amazing creator. And you saw today we are scraplifting Suzanne, and her layout was at the top of the video, and I just loved it because it had kind of this diagonal element to the layout, and I really follow that. But I pulled out my 49 and Market Wanderlust Explorer, and I absolutely love this collection. I have purchased probably everything of it. As you can see, I have the chipboard words, the washi strips, the epoxy stickers, the die cut elements, the laser cut elements. I also have the smaller paper pad. I harassed my little scrapbook store for everything that they had of this collection. I absolutely love it. But I definitely do, like I said, the whole diagonal from top left to bottom right to keep everything kind of in line. And I really liked how Suzanne had her pictures kind of wonky. They're like kind of cockeyed. And so I do that as well. But I am scrapbooking these two photos, and you know, when you think about it, there's not really much going on in these photos. We were in St. Thomas, and this kind of shopping market, this isn't an alley, but it's between the two buildings, just looked really old. I don't know if it's actually an old building or if they made it look really old, this kind of walkway. And it had this anchor that was just crusty and old, and I just thought it looked really kind of cool in this little walkway area. So it's a picture of my husband and I, a selfie of us in this really cool old looking area, and then a picture of the anchor. And so it's funny when you think about, like, this isn't a huge significant event to scrapbook, but I just really loved this old antique stuff, and I thought that it would look really cool with this collection. But I decided to back my photos in white, and so you saw I pulled in a scrap piece of paper. The one photo of my husband and I had a white background, but it wasn't the same width on all four sides, so that's why you saw me cut off that background just to add another one, and then the anchor one didn't have a white background. But like I said, I just pulled in some scraps and matted it with white, and then I pulled in that scrap paper that I had from the collection that I don't know, like the directional elements to it, like a compass, and then I actually don't know what that little star looking thing is called, but it's always with direction and like maps. Look at me, I sound smart. But so I use that to back each of the photos, and I think that helps kind of pop those off the background. And then you see here that I just start doing what I do and piling everything on. I pulled in, because I'm obsessed with this collection, I love everything, so I pulled in a bunch of the chipboard words, and I do move them around, but I do end up with a destination unknown and a travel detour, as well as for kind of, I don't know that they're titles because there's two of them. Again, I just kept adding and adding, as well as I pulled in the little phrases as adventure awaits, go find it, escape the noise, find the calm, and curiosity leads to exploration. I just thought those were fun things to kind of pile on this layout. And so you saw I had everything kind of where I wanted it, and then I was like, oh, I wanted to put some mixed media in the background, and so I pulled in this stencil that came in my creative scrapbook kit. So I think it's theirs. It doesn't have like a brand name on it. And then I'm using my walnut stain and vintage photo distress ink, and I start with the vintage photo and put it through, because these are like the diamonds, and then I'll pull in the walnut stain and I'll just kind of put it at the crosses of each of those diamonds, just to kind of add kind of a shadow effect to it. And then you'll see I will use the walnut stain and do some splatters as well. And I just thought that that would kind of add to the layout in Suzanne's layout. I think it is one of the prepared like backgrounds, but it had like the mixed media looking part of it that she had her beautiful diagonal elements on top of. And so I thought, well, I needed some mixed media, and I had forgot that I wanted to do that. So that's why I had everything down, and then I pulled everything off, put my mixed media on, and then you'll see all of a sudden, boop, it'll all be back on the layout. But I really liked having all of the wordy bits on here, and I pulled in, and again, because it's nothing like a significant event of the photo, just all the fun laser cut elements and the chipboard elements and die cuts, all those things I think just add to the layout. And there's some travel suitcases and maps and compass. And then it's kind of funny because after I do all that, I think, well, it needs more, because why wouldn't you think that it needs more, right? So I pulled from the laser elements, I'll pull in some of the flowers that came with the collection and just add that also along my diagonal of this. But as I finish up piling all the things on my layout, make sure that you go check out Suzanne's social media links. They're going to be all in the description box below. Give her some love, likes, and subscribes. And as well as all of my crafty peeps that hop along and will scrap lift Suzanne's amazing layout. Their information is down in the description box below. And there's also a playlist, so you can just hit play and watch all of the amazing things happen. And thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, I'd love to have you. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, below. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just still adding every little thing, you know how I do. But that's the layout, guys. Thank you again, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.